Hey everyone. So I've got the Cervini's Cobra R hood, and I've had some trouble with it getting latched. So what I've done, I've called Cervini's today. Excuse the dirt. I did do some cleaning last weekend on my hood, underneath everything. Everything's pretty shiny and clean. But this part obviously didn't remove this plastic part, but I'm going to take care of that tonight before I actually reinstall everything and get it cleaned up. So I call it Cervinis, or whatever you want to call it. I think they pronounce it Cervinis. Here in the South we'll call it Cervini's. And so you see these two little slots here and here. Those were once these little pieces, dowels, and I just took a simple punch like this and a hammer, and I just kind of put them right there and popped them out, and that allowed me to actually loosen this bolt here and this bolt here to actually allow me to move this latch. Before, I read somewhere on some message boards and everything that you could just loosen these bolts, but they did not mention taking the dowels out. I did not see the dowels before because they were pretty much the same color as the metal. And I've been trying to work at night because I work during the day, so it's hard for me to see. But after a moment of idiocy, I figured it out and punched those out this evening. And what Cervinis also recommended was I remove this whole piece right here and work on fitting the hood without the latch. That way you can adjust your bump stops here on the driver's side, here on the passenger side, to get those to the right height, because if you have them too low, your hood could shake while you're traveling at high speeds. So you kind of want to have those adjusted to the right height. So I removed this latch and got everything fitted, and everything was perfectly lined up. The latch is still giving me a little trouble, so I have to adjust. Right now I've got it adjusted all the way up and to the left towards the passenger side as far as it'll go. It still doesn't seem to be closing all the way, so I'm thinking it might be too far up. So I'm going to try to lower it a little bit and keep it to the left, because the left seems to be the sweet spot. I had it centered where it was from the factory before, and that was too far to the right. This safety latch here, this edge, was running up against the latch here, and you can see kind of where it was kind of having a hard time right here, this little shiny spot with the rubbing there. So I moved over to the left, and we got good clearance now. I can open it up no problem now. Problem is, it's just quite not latching appropriately. So I'm going to adjust it a little down and see what happens. I'll be back after that to let you guys know how that goes. Bear with me. Alright guys, I'm back. So that worked. I moved it down a little bit from the all the way up and left position, moved it down just a hair, kept it all the way to the left as far as that latch would let me, and we're close. You can see we are pretty lined up here. Yeah, everything up front looks good. You can see that the headlight there, it makes contact with a perfect line there. Looks good all the way across the front, and on the other headlight we're looking good there. Passenger side, from the side, you can see we're pretty much lined up. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of the adjusting you have to do. I mean, it's the slightest millimeter of difference, but it made a world of difference. I can pull on that thing as much as I want. It's not going anywhere. So that's it. That is how you would handle adjusting your Mustang hood latch for a aftermarket hood. Of course, we'll see what happens when I get it on the road. Hopefully no more shaking or anything like that. It seems really in line now. Perfectly straight line there. Driver's side, perfectly straight line there. So that's it. I'm happy with it now. It looks much better than it did last night. The right side was really popped up there last night, and you could really put some pressure on it, and it would really move. But now it's not going anywhere. It's steady and smooth. So anyways, there's a video about it. Plenty of write-ups online, not many videos. So I've showed you where the dowels are, I've showed you where the 2 bolts to adjust the latch are, and now it's video documented. Now I'll get to detail it. Alright guys, have a good night.